You're gonna write it super far. Gee. So where? We'll use.
Okay, I still won't, I haven't gotten God ordinance or the fire department back from her, so I don't have to worry about those tonight.
Or wasn't. There wasn't.
All right, have a call meeting to order. All rise to the pledge of allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Here. I'll make a motion to accept the amended meeting minutes from November 19th and yeah, to do the acceptance, they've been corrected. And the correction was just adding the vote 3-0, yeah, by showing next.
A second.
All in favor? And I'll make a motion to accept the November 26th meeting minutes. The 26th. Second up. All in favor? Perfect. All right.
Dennis, you do vote.
All right. Payroll and AP's been signed. All right, Mr. Allen.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
So what I'd like to do is give you this something simple to look at. This is a statement of values listing each of the buildings owned by the town. And so I think this is great that we sit down and talk about this because it's important that you probably know the buildings better than I do, so maybe we can at least discuss this. So the first building is at the transfer station location. It's just a shed roof. And we currently have 14,743 on that. I have no idea if that's a good number or not. Do you guys have a feel for that?
I don't. Yeah. Definitely not construction. And that's all steel. So
It's all steel.
that's all steel.
Okay.
Yeah, cross beams, everything, posts, steel roofing.
But the building they go into is
No.
wood structure.
Right, but hey, why don't you come up here, Cliff? The transfer station cover shed, you know, the roof and all that. 14,743. Could we get it replaced for that?
The roof.
Yeah, it's just the roof. You know, we got the,
Yeah.
just that, because the transfer station itself is, that would be the building.
The shed.
Or shed.
It says transfer shed. What are they talking about? Shed.
Yep, got a question there.
What's that?
Transfer shed.
Okay.
6952.
So are you saying you don't have one or?
I don't know.
Storage containers? If you're talking of the building that they go into as the shed. Then you've got a 27,817, a frame transfer station.
Yeah, everything's framed.
Well, so I have a feeling that we just got frame and it's probably steel. It's not really anything, right?
Yeah, the steel frame would be for the roof. All of our overhang
Do you
that cover the compactors.
have any idea how big that is? Like square footage for the roof? I mean, is it 30 feet long, 40 feet long, 20 feet long?
Well, you got your One compactor. That's 20, 30, 40.
One dumpster going
What's
this
that,
way.
60 foot?
Yeah, at least that's. It's at least 60 foot wide.
60 foot by
Say 30.
20, 25.
Yeah,
maybe 30.
30 foot. That's just for the roof.
Right. Yeah, so I would suggest you need more than the 14.7.
Yeah.
Would you guys?
Yeah, because what, $6,000 when that dumpster burnt?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But did we figure out what the transfer shed was?
No.
For 6952.
Well, there's so so there's not a shed.
There was one down there a few years ago that kept the light bulbs or something before they got those containers,
Right.
so maybe that's what it's talking. It was.
Well, we have we have the building that they go into. That's in between the compactors, and then there is a shed that has the oil barrels and stuff in. And then the rest of it is metal containers.
Okay, so. The shed is the thing that probably has the oil barrels in it, and then the transfer station is probably the building you're talking about that people go into.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
27, yeah.
That's probably the closest out of the two that's going on here. What's the transfer station impact?
Yeah, transfer station compact, is that,
So that's the compactor.
okay, we got two,
Crush, right?
we got two of those,
You have two.
yes.
Okay, well, that's good to know, because I don't think we knew that.
Yeah,
So are they both? Like, is one for like recycling, one for trash, or?
yep,
Yes.
Okay.
they've been in there as long as I've been here.
You're not going to replace them for that.
Right. Yeah, just the cans are 25.
Right.
Right.
So we should have two of those, is what you're saying, and
Yes.
any idea what it would cost to replace one?
We would just replace two. It was,
123 for the two,
yes,
for both of them.
for both, yes.
Yeah, 123,000 for both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're 65 a piece, right?
You're about there,
So I don't want to scare you, but I mean, this is not a real expensive thing to insure a piece of steel.
Right.
It's not gonna burn up.
yeah. No.
It's good to have the right value on it in case something strange
Yeah.
happens to it.
Yeah, because hell, we had those 3-phase at one point, then that guy came down and changed it over to 2-phase. Remember that? 'Cause they changed that whole board.
Yeah, no, it's the other way around.
Yeah, it went from
From
2 to
the 2
3.
to 3. Okay, yeah, I remember they changed the whole board thing
Right,
over because it was,
because it was running single phase and burned motors up, so they put that phase maker in there. I don't know the proper name for it, but switched it to 3-phase motors.
they haven't cooked the motor since. Sure.
Are these compactors all, I have not been there, so I don't know this, but are they set together? Like in.
They're separated.
End to end.
Yeah,
Oh, the end to end, okay. All right, and is there concrete around them to drive up to them or whatever? Or
Yes.
Pavement or something?
Yep.
Okay,
There's a pavement drive and then the concrete wall and then your compactors.
they're setting on concrete.
And they set on
They're not
concrete.
setting in dirt. No, they're on concrete.
so, okay, so there's really a little bit more to it. So would you say the concrete is the same foundation for both? I mean, are they together or are they separate?
They're sitting right on the same pad.
It's set
It's set on the pad, then there's a retaining wall right beside them so that you can drive up and
No.
compactors down below you, basically.
So all I'm saying is, we can call that like one structure, even though there's two different containers in it, compactors in it. Since they're sitting on the same piece of concrete, same pad. They're sitting on the same pad, have a retaining wall, that really is the same retaining wall for both,
Right.
right?
Yep.
Okay. So, I gotta tell you, I would recommend you put 150 on that structure part, the concrete, and the two compact. 150 total,
Good with
does
that?
that sound reasonable, or?
You good with that?
150,000 for both compactors,
Yep. Coverage and concrete.
and that doesn't include the roof and everything.
No.
That's separate.
Roof is different line.
Okay, and the roof goes over this.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the other frame thing, right? The roof.
Yeah. Why it's separated, to be honest with you, so I kind of came into this.
Should all be one thing.
What's that?
Should all be one thing with the roof. Yeah,
And, I'm not a steel concrete contractor, but 15,000 sounds pretty low for a roof that big.
Well, when can you come down and check it out?
Why don't I do that in the day, go down and check it out,
Yep.
and I'll be there and give you what I should recommend for it.
Okay. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
good.
that'll be right on.
Okay, since you're up here, salt sand shed. 158, 548.
How about the fire station? Do you mind going back to that?
Yep.
Okay, so. As you see, we got almost 1.3 million on that.
Yep.
I think I talked with Dickie about this years ago, not 2 years, but 3 years ago. And you still doing a good fire station sometime? or is it-
Yep.
So. I think it's 3 years ago, you quoted $375 a square foot to build a new fire station. It's. To me, that's a big, huge number, but regardless, that's why we bumped that up so high. So that works out to be, close, $275 a square foot, which. I mean, it could be right in that range, so are you guys okay with that?
I guess my question is contents, it's only 12.5.
Well, that's a good question. So 12.5 is for contents, and then the fire department has. Like a policy, not a policy, but an extension for all of their equipment. And fire trucks that leave the building, because contents essentially is stuff that stays in the building. It doesn't go out to a fire. You know what I mean? So that's where we came up with the 12.5, and I didn't come up with the 12.5, but. That's what Dickie's.
Okay, so who's got the extension?
What's that?
Who's got the extension?
Well. The town of Brownfield's policy has the extension and it's for the fire.
Because 12.5, even if they pulled all the trucks out of it, there's more than 12. There's more than 12.5 in there.
Okay, well, so you don't include the trucks.
That's what I just said. You take all the trucks out, pull them out. There's more than 12.5 in contents, just in equipment that's in that building. Yeah, I mean, honestly, just in the hoses. Your additional hoses, the additional fire packs. That, unless you've got a body to put them in and they're leaving the building, that's still, that's coverage that would be needed.
Okay, so. If it leaves the building, we cover it in a different way. It can still be in the building.
Right.
Or it can be at a fire or an accident site or whatever. But hoses would go with the fire truck as part of the apparatus for that. So what I'm talking about, the 12.5 is could be decks, phone, computer, something that is, if there's an emergency, it's not leaving the building, it's staying there.
Okay.
I mean, I realize you don't bring all of your equipment to every
Right.
that, but if it leaves, we insure it in a different way, that's all. It's insured as emergency equipment.
I'd be interested in seeing that extension.
What's that?
I'd be interested in reading the extension.
But if you think you still have more than 12.5, I'm happy to increase that number. You know more than I do.
So we good with that number? 1,312,5.
I guess.
Good.
with the
12,5 and then 1.2.
yeah, so 12.5 is just all fixed stuff, it's not apparatus,
Right.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, what does Richard think, what do you think, Richard?
We don't have a lot of fixed stuff, everything is like putting up vehicles with the truck. Everything is mobile except for the computers, the chairs, the table. We don't have a lot of fixed stuff.
Uh-huh.
I think that would help.
He told you.
Well, you're not supposed to, but you that old, you know. This thing.
All right, salt sand shed. The new one, 158. That's one straight up on top of it, all right. Not the one to the left.
The 158 would be the, what we're calling the sand shed now. Cause it says salt and sand, but then they built the salt shed.
Gas agreement straight up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those numbers look about right.
158, yeah. When did they come up with these numbers?
What's that?
When these numbers came out? I mean, like as far as the one,
About 20 years.
Yeah, look at your column all the way to the right.
yeah, but that's the year it was built.
Yeah,
Right, well,
Now, so
So can you
Probably the
replace that
numbers we
building
got.
for, that was built in 2003 for 158,000 today?
that's what
So
I'm here.
that's-
So, it's to discuss it and see what you guys think. I mean, as you know, you could call 3 different contractors to build that and you get 3 different prices.
Exactly.
It'd be $100,000 per.
Right.
So. I want you to be comfortable with it, but I also want to point out that this is at the very bottom, you'll see that 5,297,000 number. That is a blanket limit, meaning that basically a 5 million for this building, if you needed it for this building. Okay, so this is a statement to try to have the values as close as we can. But if one building is destroyed and is flat, and we have on here that this building is whatever, $78,000 to rebuild. And it costs 150, we're gonna give you 150 to build because of the blanket limit.
okay,
Okay,
Yeah.
the only time you lose on that is if every single building is destroyed and it costs $7 million to rebuild everything, you only get 5.2. That's so, I mean, that's kind of your assurance that things are gonna be okay. We wanna make sure we're as close as we can be to the right numbers. That's all. So I personally, yeah, I think the salt shed should be increased.
so what's the coverage for those? Is that like for storm damage, wind damage, or, I mean, good, it's all made out of iron, right? It's iron and cement. So
Right.
it wouldn't burn down.
oh,
Well,
you would be surprised.
Is there wood in there or?
No, you've got,
You got steel roofing.
was it
Hey Dickie, how hot that
Right,
steel
Dick.
roofing get?
concrete, 6?
Yeah.
yeah, probably 6, I
You
know.
got 6 foot of concrete wall and then the rest of it's wood.
Is there anything combustible in there or
Wood burns, yep.
the rest?
It's all, the top is all.
Huh. Well, all right then. So it'd be covered for fire and storm and wind and everything else. All right,
So these buildings are not, you said we have the 5 million. But these buildings are not separated in that. Say if this one burnt. And then the insurance is gonna say you're only gonna get this much for this building,
No. No,
So that's what the blanket's all about.
the blanket, that's what.
We need to make sure that they're getting the premium dollar to ensure to value.
Right.
If something is missed, something changes drastically and they have a loss and it costs so much more to rebuild it.
Right.
If they're gonna pay up for the blanket limit.
so what would you think if, we bump that total number from 5.4 to 6,
Six.
to 6. As a blanket.
Yeah.
What do you think of it? And I'm looking for your opinion.
What I'd like to do is make sure the rest of the numbers work and add up to that. You know what I mean? Because the insurance company wants a list of buildings and what it costs to replace, what we think it costs to replace. So, I mean, if you tell me you think that's the number, and I agree with you, it's certainly probably more than 5.2, then we can make the other numbers work.
Well. They got 1.5 for the community center.
Yeah.
If we're to replace that community center, it'd be more than 1.5. We're probably looking at 2.5. Just for the sheer size of it,
Could be.
you know what I mean? So,
I agree.
I think number wise, we can make the 6 as a blanket work pretty well.
We can do that. So do you want me to adjust based on what I see, the other buildings, and, you know, increase the salt shed, and so the total amount comes to 6 million? Is that what you're asking me to do?
Sounds good. Is there one factor that you multiply each one by to get the premium? Or,
Unfortunately, there's no.
yeah, it's different for each building. Yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, pretty much different because it's based on use and construction,
Uh-huh.
frame, steel, brick, whatever.
Okay.
They're all different.
Yep.
You good with that?
Yes, sir.
And I will come over in the daylight and check out the transfer station, so
Okay.
I got a better idea of how it's set up, and then I can do that.
Okay. Yeah.
So I will get for you the new list based on what we've talked about,
Okay.
and I will get you the list of how the fire department equipment is covered.
Okay, perfect.
Okay?
Sweet.
Anything else you need?
Sure. That's
Okay.
good. Thank you.
Again, thank you for having me.
Well, first,
No, we appreciate it.
yeah.
How about the trucks in the town garage? Is that the same as the fire department? You got
Different.
town garage, you
Yeah.
got the contents at 27,000.
Yeah, that's probably low too, isn't it? Well, low, just tools and equipment that. Are the tools, i.e. the welder, the toolboxes, the tools that are in the toolbox. They don't get rolled out of there to go on the road.
Right.
So that would be under contents
Right.
or.
It would be under that contents of personal property. Yep.
Yeah.
So that number, what do you think that number should be? Is it more like 100?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because it's not just tools, we've got cones and signs and
Right.
what have you in there, so. That seems kind of low to me.
It's very low. I am going by what I see of other towns.
Right.
That's a very low number for a town garage.
Yes, I thought that too.
Okay, so I'll bump that up. I'll redo it, and then I'll try to be around the 6 million, but the hot spots of what we really need to increase, and just send it to Alina and she'll forward it to you guys.
Yeah, all right.
Awesome.
Sweet.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, we don't have the municipal fire department ordinance or the dog ordinance back from legal. So sorry, folks, I didn't check before the meeting. Check again. Nope. So I haven't received either of those. Tomorrow at 1, the select board is holding a workshop at 1 in this room for town fees, budgets, the warrant, and after that, we're gonna take a ride out to Corn Hill Road. Take a stroll out there and see what's going on. So,
Are you going in from the Conway Road or from the,
Mill Street
Eaton
end.
Road?
no, Mill Street side.
Mill Street.
So-
You can use GPS.
South Conway. Something.
It's straight.
It could be better than. That Tate's gonna handle.
Yes, ma'am.
Question on the public notice. Town fees, budgets. And I asked what budgets are, they were doing that on the budget committee.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking about budgets.
Well, the select board's gonna have a workshop and talk about our budgets,
Oh, I see.
not the budget committee budgets, no. We still have monies, that we need to talk about, yes. Yep. No, again, it's just a workshop. Essentially a workshop, which is bouncing ideas. We can't make any decisions because we're not in session. It's just allowing us to talk openly and bounce things around. Yeah, no, we're not getting into your business then. All right. We got the correspondence folder. All right, we got estimates for the upgrade, if you will, for accessibility in the community center, the two bathrooms, the male and female one. We have 3 estimates. The Carpowitz plumbing actually separates both bathrooms and is actually pretty detailed. Remove and reinstall partitions on the first stall in both bathrooms, install ADA cola toilets and Sloan flush valves, install grab bars where required and paper holders. Remove one sink in each bathroom, reinstall higher with lever handle faucets. In the men's room, it'll get a urinal. Each bathroom's gonna lose one toilet, make necessary space for the ADA compliance. And it's $7,091.78. And it's broken down labor and material, and then for the female bathroom, move the sink. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's for both bathrooms, and then if we wanted to just convert the staff bathroom with the false wall and the deep sink and all that would actually be $150 more. So we're actually getting a better deal doing the both and putting them both into ADA compliance. Vice just doing one. So yeah. So that's still the Carpowitz plumbing. Then you got Holden plumbing, convert men's and women's bathroom to ADA. Remove one toilet, relocate wall, install new ADA toilet stall flush valve. Install waterless urinal, remove one sink, raise sink to ADA. New handles. Women's, remove one toilet, relocate wall, install new ADA toilet stall. Grab bars, total $69.50. And then you have Collins Plumbing and Heating. Pretty bare bones estimate, includes a new ADA toilet with 2 standard grab bars, wall, hung latch and faucet. I will look into custom grab bars that you requested. And then do the volatility of the current market material market. All jobs will be invoiced based on actual time of material. He quoted 4,200. Any discussion?
So he's saying both bathrooms, 42 on Collins,
Yeah.
but he's not as comprehensive.
Oh, no.
Not even
I
close.
mean,
Okay.
yeah, not even. He didn't bust anything out. It's just $4,200. So yeah.
I would say go with Holden myself. It'd be nice if Willie was here to explain what they talked about, you know what I mean? I know it's in writing is what matters, but sometimes you get a little clearer picture if you talk with people.
Can you put this off a week?
All right, that one next week.
That's right, future reports.
There's only $100 difference between the two,
Mhm.
and I won't say what I'm thinking.
Was the first one more comprehensive? Was the first one seeing more itemized or
Well, they're both busted
pretty
down.
much the same?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell, but you don't know what they're buying, what quality of each one. You gotta assume it's the same.
Well, they're both saying Sloan flush valves,
Uh-huh. I mean, that's like Kohler or American
Yeah.
Standard, yeah.
so.
Yeah. You know any issue on either one of them? Yeah,
They're both good companies,
both good companies.
yes. Um. Well,
One of them more local.
I will make a motion. I will make the motion that we accept the Holden plumbing bid at $69.50.
Oh, I'll second it. Frank a second, he mentioned it.
Second.
Yeah, all right.
And the funds will come out of the community center. Is it a capital or no maintenance? Community center maintenance, yes, line. Any discussion?
Yep, Frank second.
Right?
Yeah.
All in favor? Are they gonna be pleased with us? We got an email in regards to Thornhill. Like I said, we're gonna do a field trip on Wednesday at 1, well, probably 2ish. Zip out there, take a look and see what we've got. Planning board is currently working on the short-term rental revision. That should be, hopefully we'll have something. And that January, February timeframe. We did meet with the planning board during a workshop, STRs and then fee schedules were discussed. And moving forward with legal review. And of course, the short-term rental that obviously ordinance would informational, public hearing and then vote, so. That's what the assessor. State asking for staff payment. All right, that was some. You sent the call logs, correct? Okay, perfect. Yeah. That's you get recertified.
And then it says,
Oh, no kidding.
it's scary,
It tells me you're doing it a couple of days. Bureau of Motor Vehicles, permanent authority to Alvena for registrations at the new registration level. Yeah, permanent.
I did call them and talk with Wendy today. And, should I decide to take a job somewhere else, the town will still be protected. Either she recommends maybe Michelle,
Mhm.
or, she said Beth could also, either one.
But because of Michelle's experience, she recommends Michelle
Okay.
being the agent, so. And we can do that even if I continue to work here, you know, I mean, I'm not giving my notice, folks, don't get your hopes up, yeah. But,
I've seen you over there, Frank.
Yes.
you know, I would like to see things in place so that the town is protected for motor vehicles
Mhm.
transactions, so.
Yeah,
If, you would like to suggest somebody, we could start that ball rolling. Either make, you know, make some,
there's Lynn back tomorrow.
yes,
I have a discussion with Lynn.
all right,
We'll see what comes out of that.
that sounds good. Thank you.
Satira Advisors, Denny Dufault, Mr. Todd Powers. So Todd retired,
No, Denny,
Denny retired. Okay, so anybody with town retirement or retirement through the town, there's been a change of people that are dealing with it, so. Denny Dufault is retired and Todd Powers will be the one handling it from here on out.
Then he's very good at work.
Oh, he got. Oh, yeah. I ain't got no town retirement.
Well, I do.
Hmm.
In mine, but it's.
December 18th, there's an issues with cannabis enforcement webinar. Planning board's well aware of it. That I cannot, that is legal. Anybody got anything? Anybody? Come on, folks, nothing, really?
Yep, nothing.
Benny?
Nothing here. I just wanna know why salt burns. Something I learned.
We melts ice, so it must get hot, right?
So, everybody knows, next Tuesday at 10 a.m. It is 10, right? At 10 o'clock, I think. Anyway, I'll be in Portland, getting worked on. So, ask my colleagues if you want to have a selectmen's meeting next Tuesday, because I don't know how loopy I'd be. It's an hour and a half surgery. I've already got issues to begin with, so yeah, a little gas to it probably isn't gonna help. So.
She's gonna be medicated.
Yeah, just hook it up. So,
All right,
recordings. Yeah, we can't do that, not here.
good thing we're gonna be ADA compliant.
So, it's up to you guys, decision wise. There's no guarantee, I.
Well, maybe we wait till after the workshop tomorrow to see, we can talk about it tomorrow during the workshop.
Well, you gotta say talk now, so these people.
Yeah, we're in session,
Oh,
so. You want?
I recommend we don't have a meeting unless something really important comes up.
uh-huh,
There isn't anything right now.
nothing on the agenda. Okay, second it. Something comes up, we meet, yeah, that sounds good.
You heard it here, folks, December 10th, there will be no selectmen's meeting. Please post accordingly.
Wow, free week.
Yeah.
No budget committee meeting, no select workers meeting. Supper early.
Okay. So, all right. So nobody's got anything? Last chance.
I'm gonna buy a chemistry set. I'm gonna see what salt does.
Nope, you can't use that word.
What's that?
That's.
What was that?
You got something there?
No.
No, okay. Okay. Just checking, I wanna make sure. So I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Sure, second and third.
Perfect. Thanks. Appreciate your time, folks.
Thank you.
Everything. Is separate in this, so we're good. With the correspondence folder, I left the two in on top, but everything else is in the same order that it was. These are the two that we did not vote on or accept, so.
Let's talk further.
The last one in here is. Okay, the last one in there, I couldn't cover that.